Sayap Emas is a sole proprietorship company that established at Pasir Mas, Kelantan. This business provides service of selling quail meat and quail egg which have been processed into the local market. This business is handled by Muhammad Faizuddin bin Azman. He started the business in March 2020. The purpose of this business open is to supply fresh quail meat and quail eggs around Kelantan and many more countries. In general, the owner started the business because it is less cultivated by the local. They also provide livestock service as well as sell processed quail meat to the local market. There are 8 employees to handle this business, and the main product of the business is frozen quail and quail eggs. Sayap Emas has 2 types of merchandise, which is convenience good and impulse good. First is convenience good. Convenience goods are low price and have a low opportunity cost for customer, but this is also mean that they are more price sensitive. For example, to make the maximum profit, Sayap Emas need to ensure they sell large volumes of frozen quail meat and quail eggs at fast pace. Second is impulse good. Impulse goods are items that individuals buy without thinking about it. For example, customer buy burung puyuh frozen from Sayap Emas to taste how the texture of burung puyuh meat, which are said their texture are similar to chicken meat. Sayap Emas has 3 types of target market, which is niche marketing, micro marketing, and differentiate marketing. First is niche marketing. This technique might assist you in establishing yourself as an expert and attracting most profitable consumers to your company. For instance, Sayap Emas has chosen to concentrate only on the people who eat burung puyuh frozen segment of the burung puyuh frozen market rather than catering to every segment. Second is micro-marketing. Micro-marketing is believed to follow the consumer idea, which means that each consumer can get exactly what he or she wants when he or she needs it. For example, this marketing strategy is the company underwent a marketing campaign. This campaign targeted someone that eats burung puyuh frozen. Third is differentiated marketing. In this strategy, a company appeals to at least 2 market segments or 2 groups. For example, Sayap Emas can be that of a business that targets at least 2 groups, which is someone that eats burung puyuh frozen and someone that don't eat burung puyuh frozen. Positioning strategy. An efficient positioning strategy takes into account the organization's strength and weakness, as well as the need of consumer and the market, as well as the position of competitors. Sayap Emas has positioned itself as the well-known supplier chain burung puyuh frozen in Kelantan. This brand is no longer owed to Kelantan society as they have produced burung puyuh frozen. It is because they meet the needs of the consumer. Furthermore, they have trust in the company's product because the majority of them has been using them for a long time.
My name is Shanti Therapadisamy and my metric number is A19B0823. Today I will present about sales forecast for the year 2020 of Sayap Emas. In the year of 2020 of March, the sales was 10,000 ringgit for a month, which is total product of 500 packages has been sold. But at the end of the year, which is December 2020, the sales increased to 20,000 per month. The total product sold for the month was 1,000 packages. The total sales for the year 2020 was 120,000 ringgit. Stock turnover. The table shows the total inventory cost, which is 120,500 for the year 2020. Stock turnover was 1.92% for the year 2020. Merchandise plan. Buyer must check their plans periodically to ensure they are being followed and are achieving the desired result. The method used by Sayap Emas is top-down planning. Merchandise plan used to by owner involve top level of management estimating the total sales for the upcoming period. The purpose of the plan is to provide an estimate of the amount of capital required to be invested in inventory for a specific period. Once a merchandise plan success, Sayap Emas will increase in turnover and will maximize the profit. Merchandise assortment plan. Sayap Emas assortment plan will result in establishing a model stock. Model stock is the desired assortment of stock broken down according to a factor important to the target market. The table shows the products sold by Sayap Emas. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nolana binti Ahmad Puat. My chemistry A19B1098. So I will present the merchandise classification in Sayap Mas store. All the sellers' effort to display and sell product to customer both in store and digital. Unfortunately, Burung Puyuh Frozen by Sayap Emas more focusing in physically store. But because of it take more costing on the transfer the product to another state. At the same time, Burung Puyuh is the classification. For the sub-classification, the eggs of the Burung Puyuh and also the raw of Burung Puyuh. So, based on the selection factors in merchandise classification, the first one is the price. The price for Burung Puyuh is 21 ringgit each pack, which is there is have 8 to 10 pieces of burung puyuh, depend on sizing. And for the eggs, the price is 10 ringgit for 50 pieces. Next factor is brand. Most of the single business have their own brand to make people can recognize of the product to introduce to the customer. The last factor for the selection merchandise classification is the material. We have to know the knowledge of the past sales will also help the retailer to determine the material in which product should be stored. Okay, for the next slide is the preparing assortment planning. There is have a 5 step. For the step 1 is retailer have to decide what the general classification of product that the store or department will carry and need to divide this classification into the sub classification. Like I say before, for classification is the burung puyuh frozen. For the sub classification is the raw of the burung puyuh and the eggs of the burung puyuh. Okay, step number 2 is retailer, which is the Sayap Emas, must identify the brand preference of customer and decide on the price line that will the most appealing to the customer. For the step number 3, identify all the general characteristics of an item that customer may consider in their purchase, which is select major characteristics that present a balanced assortment. For the step number 4, Sayap Emas should determine in which selection factor will be present in the stock. And the last is step 5 is calculate the specific number of the unit of purchase. As preparing the assortment plan, Sayap Emas must carry brand for which there is a adequate customer demand and carry a complete assortment of the brand. Okay, next for the challenge that have faced in the buying process. First is the need recognition is the first step, which is the consumer make a decision process. This is the how the recognizing that there is have a problem or unmet need and that need warrants some action. Next is the information searching and processing. After recognizing a need, a prospective consumer may seek the information, which is to help the identify and evaluate the alternative product, service, and experience. For the identification and evaluation of all alternative, which is how do customer make a choice, and assuming a choice is possible to make a meet the consumer financial and the physically requirement. For the purchase decision, after searching and evaluating, consumer at some point have to decide whether they want going to buy or not. And the last is the post-purchase behavior. This is how all the behavior determined and the step of the buying process up to this point to take place before or during time a purchase is made. Okay, next is the promotional strategy of the Sayap Mas. Okay, promotion is very important in the company and the businesses. So Sayap Mas use the social media, which is Facebook, in a marketplace to advertising their product. Okay, for the personal selling is how the Sayap Mas is face-to-face selling with the customer to convince the customer to buy a product. Providing information is how to describe why the product is much better from the others, the freshness, the cleanness, and also get information the halal of the product. Okay, lastly is being a supplier. Sayap Emas also one of the supplier for the restaurant and also small retailer in Kelantan. So that's all for me and thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Ummu Atira binti Zulkifli. My metric number is A19B1142. I would like to present about the competitor. Competitors are firms that can provide your clients with the same or comparable goods and services as you. And Abenor Burung Puyuh is well-known supplier that offer the quails frozen, but some of them cannot reach their physical store because of the distance. But Sayap Emas take these opportunities to sell the frozen quail also, and be a supplier in the Pasir Mas Kelantan. Sayap Emas also have a very cheap compared to other sellers. Due to this cheap price and easy to get, the demand for the frozen quail for Sayap Emas is very high. And now we move to the how to compete with the competitors. The first point is the target promotion. The target promotion, we choose the housewife, chef in the big restaurant, traders in the regular restaurant, and many more. Our main distributors is the restaurants, the wholesale markets, and the local residents. And for the price, Sayap Emas sell the quails with the price 21 ringgit Malaysia for the 8 to 10 quails, and for the eggs, quail eggs is the 10 ringgit Malaysia for the 50 eggs. And for the place, the Sayap Emas also have a strategic place and location to promote and let people know about their products. Since the owner mothers have a restaurant, so that he take this opportunity to promote his quail to local residents to buy and taste the fresh quails. For the company added value, they give a reward to the loyalty customers. They repay for the favor with a loyalty program, which is they provide a discount to the loyalty customers, for example for the year-end sale, clearance stock, and for the Hari Raya. Number 2 is ask for advice and listen to them. Sayap Emas will listen to the customers' feedback because this is the way they need to improve the quality and the service of their product, and they will listen to the customer feedback for the everyday, and that's why Sayap Emas day by day become the high demand of the frozen quail. Number 3 is the consistently engage your customers. They have to demonstrate the competence and develop trust by educating their customers, and also they use the Facebook, Shopee, and etc. to promote their business, and mostly people will know their product with the mouth and mouth. Sayap Emas also offer the convenience. For example, Sayap Emas will make it the service easier and faster, so that the customers will in and out the shop quickly without waiting, and also they provide the auto billing, and they also already packet the frozen quail in a pack with the price and the kilogram, so that people will easily to know how much the price and how much kilogram was it. This is the picture of the quail eggs, the quails, and the Google Meet interviewing with the Encik Faizuddin bin Azman. And I think that's all for me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.